We work all the way throughout the year, even in the coldest winter days when it gets to the negative 20 plus degrees. There was a huge windstorm that came through, and the plane actually flipped straight over in that windstorm. It came up on his back. Then the hangar, unfortunately, also got damaged in another windstorm and was no longer structurally sound. Then the coronavirus hit. So we're really excited that the hangar doors are going to be complete before this winter comes.
My name is Ken Stano with the aviation YouTube channel History X, here with Brian Jansen of the Commemorative Air Force Lake Superior Squadron in front of this PBY Catalina. We're going to take you behind the scenes of the massive restoration project going on with this plane. Brian, when it comes to the unit, give me a little bit of history.
The unit basically was formed as a detachment from the Minnesota wing back in 2002. Down in the Minnesota wing there was a huge windstorm that came through, and the plane actually flipped straight over in that windstorm. It came up on his back. The Catalina was, of course, no longer flyable. At that point in time, they had to find a hangar for it, and the nearest one available was up in Duluth.
The plane flipped in the storm. It was brought up here. You're in the hangar in Duluth, and then what happened?
Then the hangar, unfortunately, also got damaged in another windstorm and was no longer structurally sound. So in 2018, we had to move from Duluth to our new home here at the Richard I. Bong Airport in Superior, Wisconsin.
And you had to move everything.
Everything, and that's a huge hangar of 20 years of parts, planes, vehicles, you name it.
It hasn't been easy.
No, we actually, the first couple of years we were in this hangar really was just us just trying to get organized so that we could actually begin work on the plane. Now, if you can see, we can move parts and things around and actually work on the plane without bumping our elbows onto some other pieces of equipment.
You actually have two PBY Catalinas here. Correct. One obviously being restored, and then the other one for static display only.
That is correct, yeah. Both the planes were here around the 2002-2004 timeframe when both planes arrived into the Duluth Superior area.
The Lake Superior Squadron isn't just about PBY Catalinas. You guys also have a third aircraft.
Correct. We have the two PBYs. In addition, we have a Marine IO2 Sentinel plane. It's the Marine version of the L5. And that plane is nearly airworthy. We're wrapping up the last couple bits of its restoration here this year. And we're looking forward to having that plane back in the air after a major restoration.
How many volunteers do you currently have at the Lake Superior Squadron?
We have around 50 members of the Lake Superior Squadron. Some are in the area, some are actually out from other states in the country here.
Winters can get pretty tough here. How many months out of the year do you take off?
0. So we work all the way throughout the year, even in the coldest winter days when it gets to the negative 20 plus degrees. We do have a machine shop that's heated. We'll be working on smaller projects that can fit into those areas during those super cold days.
You've been here how many years?
It's been 4 years now, since 2018.
In this location?
Yep.
In Superior, Wisconsin, as you pointed out, where it's cold, but you're just getting doors now.
Correct. We had a number of our members that worked very, very hard to engineer the doors, get inspections on our hangar to make sure that they would handle the load and get all those things taken care of. It was very difficult, especially since the coronavirus hit. So we're really excited that the hangar doors are going to be complete before this winter comes, and that will keep snow and other elements out of here.
Well, and that's the part of the story that kind of lets people know that you're not just here enjoying warm weather, enjoying flyable planes. You guys are working hard in some really harsh conditions, and it's not always work on the plane. It's moving stuff from one hangar to another. It's shoveling snow. It's trying to stay warm.
Correct. Yeah, we put tenting up above the plane to keep it warm in the winter. We do have a lot of dedicated volunteers that do work through all the different weather elements. Middle of the cold, they'll be out here working on the plane in many cases. Even in the tented area, it doesn't get all that warm, but it is warm enough to work without freezing. We do have a lot of those people that have worked many, many hours and just tons of winter clothing trying to install something on the PBY. We have a lot of dedicated people, and it's fun to see the people out here regularly every work doing whatever project is on the docket for that day. Today it's a lot of hangar door work, but in the future it's going to be getting the wheels back on the Catalina after last year's restoration project wraps up.
If you want to support the Commemorative Air Force Lake Superior Squadron's efforts to restore this massive PBY Catalina, then please check out the link below in the description for this video. My name is Ken Stano with the aviation YouTube channel History X. Thank you for watching.
This is not a Christmas song.